Hi, everybody. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Katy Purry, the dopamine coon cat. Looks more like a baby lion cub laying there, a white lion, doesn't she? All right, so big change. When you have a cat, you get a new cat. There's going to be it's a big change, but this has been quite remarkable. So there's a lot of people that are very, very interested. I do a lot of shorts with Katy Purry, so I thought it'd be good to keep everybody updated. A lot of people want to watch this little baby grow up, and it's been amazing so far. Now, sleep is one of the big problems is sleep. The only time I can really do a live stream where you can look at her is really when she's sleeping. Anybody has cats, they're all over the place. Look at, please, the size of that paw. I mean, it's unbelievable. Anyway, when she's sleeping, you know, you can keep her in the camera, but if she's awake, she's all over the place. Now, for today, we've only had her 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks yet. Before today, every single day, she has, by this time in the day, she's already slept 4 hours. She does. She gets up at 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30, something like that. And by 9, she's exhausted from all the playing. She's just beat. So she does this. She climbs. She does this for 4 hours, and she's done that every single day since I got her. And then today, she's not doing that. This is the first time she shut down. She did lay down for about a half hour, and she was kind of teasing the sleep thing. Her eyes were kind of closed, but not really. And when you have a kitten like this, it's not, it really is not like a normal kitten. It's kind of like, you have a kid, you're stoked when your baby's taking a nap. You're like, okay, quick, what do we have to do? And you have you have all these things that you need to get done that you can't while your baby's awake. It's very much the same thing. From videos for, Chase the Heat, everything. Even this video, I wanted to make this video with her hours ago. I was planning doing like 10 o'clock because she's usually asleep from, Anyhow, so I was talking to Tommy and telling him he's like, she's a teenager now. She's not a kitten anymore. She's still a kitten, but boy, she's growing. One of the reasons I think she's sleeping so much is they say that kittens grow when they're sleeping. And she eats a lot and she sleeps a lot, but she's just a very, very cool cat. She has her coat is just amazing. See how big that paw looks when you. Just, I mean, I honest to God, I could palm a basketball like this, hold a basketball like when I was in seventh grade. I really have huge hands, and these are just really big, big. She's gonna be huge. Now, before I got her, I think probably like most people, I thought that the difference between a Maine Coon cat and a regular domestic cat is she's jumbo size. I just thought it was size. I didn't really, that was it. There are so many differences. Behavior wise, it's stunning because I've loved cats my whole life. I've always had cats. I actually had a friend named Kevin who had a Maine Coon cat when I was really young, like 12 years old. Big orange one, huge cat. And I remember thinking, man, everybody in town knew he just had this huge cat. He didn't even call it a Maine Coon cat. I heard, at the time, found out later that's what it was. And it makes sense. But my experience with Maine Coon cats were just in videos, watching them, but they are super playful. I mean, they're honest to God, they're the most just constantly playing, but they play rough. She plays rough. Her feet, the bottoms of her feet, there's hair between her toe beans, a lot of hair. So when she's running around, we have tile floor. When she's running around and like she's chasing squirrel, squirrel will make a hard left, and Katie's she slides and drifts, and her back feet keep going, and her front feet keep going. And it looks like it's absolutely hilarious. I'll get it on film, but she's she doesn't like when she stops, like when she's chasing something and it comes to a stop, she puts on the brakes and assumes like thinks she can stop, and she slides into stuff, and she's rough. She knocks things over. She's I have a stick with a ribbon on it. All right, and in fact, where is it? It's right. Let's see if you can see. You can't see it. It's right there. And when I swing it I play it like I'm fly fishing. Got a long ribbon. You flick it, and you can make it's a ribbon. I was playing. I was with her, sitting here. I was watching TV. I was on the laptop. And I flicked it, and she jumped on it. And I was multitasking, so I was kind of stopped doing what I was doing. I was watched what was on my laptop, but my hand that was holding the the stick went just like that. It was upright, and I wasn't paying attention. I was watching and the cat. She jumped from the floor and didn't time anything, and jumped into me and didn't claw me, thank goodness, and then sprung off me. But she doesn't. She's just she's rough, and I don't mean she's not claws out and biting. It's a gentle rough. She just doesn't realize her timing thing. Her timing is she hasn't figured it out yet. Oh, she's dreaming. You see her cheeks? Look at if you watch right here. She's dreaming right now. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. You can see her little whiskers twitching, and her paws are twitching. She's dreaming right now. This is cool. Maybe she'll have a dream. She dreams a lot, actually. I'll be honest. Once I woke her up, she was. It seemed like she was having a bad time. She was jumping and twitching, and she whimpered once. So I kind of held her, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm here. It's cool." But she's just, super super playful. But if you had little kids, they'll run up. I mean, they're like little linebackers. They run around. They don't realize that. Really, very very comical. She follows me everywhere I go. If I get up and just go to get something to drink, she's gonna get up and follow me. If I leave, if I go outside to make a phone call, or she whines and cries when I'm not there. She is very attached to me. Those monster ears of hers. There, just a big giant cat. All right, so the grooming. She spends so much more time grooming, and I don't know if it's just that she's doing it more or I'm noticing it more. But she look. You see her face twitching. You guys see she's dreaming. Poor little thing is dreaming. Are you guys seeing that? About to wake her up. All right. So she spends an awful lot of time cleaning herself. Now it's a good thing that she and Squirrel are getting really close because Squirrel's gonna have to help her with that job. It's really good because she's got an easier job cleaning Squirrel, and Squirrel's got just a huge job because not only is it just a lot of thick fur, but she's gonna be as big as a bulldog. It's a big job for Squirrel. Um, Super friendly. Squirrel doesn't like. A lot of times, female cats don't like women, and a lot of times, male cats don't like guys. I shouldn't say don't like. That's a bad way to say it. Female cats do better with men, and male cats will do better with women, and that's kind of works. Typically, in my experience, Squirrel does not look. She is definitely dreaming. Squirrel does not like women. Does not like my mother. This is crazy. She's dreaming. Um, And it's evident. She walks by her. When my mother says something to her, she talks a lot. So she'll say something and not snarl, but you can tell it's her way of talking. She doesn't like women. She's a kid, obviously. So she's nervous and standoffish with everybody, but she is approaching my mother a lot. She kind of digs my mother, which is sort of crazy. But just an ultra sweet kitten. She's playing fetch. She doesn't quite bring it to me. If we're out there, I'm in the living room, I'm playing with her, I'll throw a little toy, she'll grab it and bring it here. She'll bring it in here. I'll come in and get it. I'll go out there and throw it out again. She'll go grab it and then bring it in here. And which is very funny because she'll run with it in her mouth. She doesn't walk. So when she'll run with it and head this way and then slide around the corner. She really has trouble with negotiating corners because of how furry her feet are. Talking, she's been doing more of that, right? When she talks, she has these little times where she does it at night because she will take a nap for sure. Well, I shouldn't say it. She has been taking naps from it's a wicked power nap too. She's been sleeping from about 7:30 to about 10. And then I just play with her like crazy from until midnight. And then she sleeps till about 4 or something like that. But the naps that she's got now, when she wakes up from her nap, but only at nighttime, she goes through this weird. The first time it happened, I thought something was wrong. She whimpers and she has this, and she gets low, and she'll slink up to me. And at first I thought, what is wrong? And it's just like and that's when she's the most chatty. I'll say her name like, "Hey, Katy," and she'll meow, and I'll start talking with her, and it goes back and forth. But it's only at that time. It's weird, right when she wakes up. It's like right when she wakes up and she's me, that's when she acts like that. And it is adorable. I kind of, I'll try to get it on film. She's dreaming again. Watch. See, I can see. I don't know if I'm watching her and I'm not watching the screen. My leg is itching. She is. When kittens scratch you, I guess all cats do. You itch, and she doesn't realize what she's doing. And she it's not like she's scratching my legs on purpose, and I am scratched everywhere. What else do I want to tell you that she's doing? So the talking is unique. She doesn't, that little noise cats make when they see birds. She doesn't do that. Earlier today, I had that screen open, and I had the window so you could get fresh air in here. And outside, there was all kinds of bird activity. You see it? Enough. She's making sucking noises. I wonder if she's having a dream of being younger than she is now. But there are all these birds out there, enough birds that it would have elicited a reaction from squirrel. Poor Katy Purry's dreaming. Squirrel would have been making that kill noise. She just sat there with her eyes peeled, watching them. And I don't know. I'm sure it's learned behavior in the sense that if Katy saw a squirrel doing that and heard her doing that, she would pick it up very, very quickly. That said, if squirrel wasn't if she wasn't here at all to teach Katy that noise, I think Katy would figure it out on her own. Right? But she hasn't yet. So today, all these birds are flying around out there, and she just sat there looking at them. And I made that, and I said, I made the noise like the best I can, my version of it. And she looked at me like I know that. So she hasn't started doing that yet. Oh, honey. Did you guys see that? She was like dreaming. I got you. You're okay. So just ultra sweet kitty. Oh, big stretch, and she's gonna cover her face. I love when she does that. Look, hi, honey. How you doing? But she doesn't she look like a little lion cub? I'm not kidding. She looks like a little, not even a cub. She looks like a baby teeny lion. All right, she's not done napping. Good girl. All right, she's gonna keep napping somewhere. Um, Appetite. She eats like it's her job. She's putting weight on. Look at the size of that back foot. Aw, such a good girl. So I think the reason she's sleeping so much now, theory, I've seen in videos and I've read. You get a coon cat, you're going to read everything there is and see every video. But they say that coon cats grow the most when they, or all cats grow the most when they're sleeping. I know that she is constantly eating. She uses the cat box 4 times a day. I'm not joking. She loves eating, and she's just growing like a weed. So I think maybe that's why she's sleeping, because she's growing so much. Who knows? But I'm learning a lot. We're going to start swimming training pretty soon. And the way we're going to do that is I'm going to get some soap from the pet shop, the PetSmart or whatever. And here's the thing: I could take her to a place and have somebody groom her, but you know what? It'd be traumatizing for her. She is so comfortable with me. I can play with her feet. I can look at her. She doesn't panic about anything. So I'd rather be the one that cleans her and takes care of all that than take her to a place and, you know, I don't know. She's super comfortable with me, so I think I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start giving her baths. Oh, look at you! I'm going to start giving her baths and introducing her to water. I did that already that one time. If you haven't heard, if you weren't there for the earlier video, she was using the cat box, and this is a thing that Maine Coon calves have. It's not just mine. I've someone left a comment about it that they experienced it, and I've read about it and seen it in videos. What happens is they're not the best as far as using a cat box. They'll go in there and do the business, but they have and instead of just burying it, they walk off. They don't just bury it and sit. What they do is they have trouble. They keep burying and burying it, and they can't really. She doesn't stop, and Reese has a cat that will go to the bathroom and not bury it, just walk away. In a perfect world, that would be ideal, because that way the cat box cleans it anyway. But when she goes in there and she can't pull the trigger. She keeps walking around. She ends up stepping in it and get dookie foot. So that's what happened to her. All right. And her feet had poo on them. So in the middle of the night, this happened. So I picked her up and I took her to the bathroom. Listen, there are cat owners. I've had cats. If you're a cat owner, it's not a Maine Coon cat. The idea of holding your cat, walking towards the sink, and turning the faucet on while you're holding the cat, how well do you think the cat would take that? Most cats would be squirming like crazy, get away from you, you can just see it. You can imagine that they do not like that. The whole idea of being brought to a sink and then water turned on is horrific. She just sat there. I mean, I'm holding her. She was so chilled. I washed her feet. She just looked at me washing her feet. So I know she's going to be okay with being washed. So I'm going to do the bathing, and work and do the grooming for her. Tommy and I will do that. We're not going to take it to a pet shop and do that. She trusts me, loves me, and I'm better at it. I'm not sure I'm better at it, but I'm going to get good at it, and I'll get zero resistance from her. So anyhow, that's where we're at. I can't think there's anything else I need to tell you guys. Oh, I'll video that when we do when I do a bath, I'm going to film it so you guys can see how chill she is. When we do like all the swim training, you'll see all that as well. And she's an amazing cat. And this summer when we go swimming, that's going to be the coolest thing. in the world. But I'm going to wrap it up now. Please subscribe to this channel for more cat videos. I'm going to create a link in the playlist, or a category in the playlist for all of Squirrel and Kitty Purry's videos. So please check those out. Like this video, subscribe, and share this. Share this video around. It's, I call it the dopamine coon cat, because when people watch cat videos or touch a cat, it releases dopamine. There's, it's a good girl. This cat loves me, and that creates dopamine. So she is the dopamine coon cat. Oh, big stretch. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up now. I'm going to hang out with my cat. I'm Johnny Scoville, and that's Katy Purry, and this was Chase the Heat.